I think being a troll is really funny. I think it's good, but I think usually to maintain like consistent viewership, there has to be some point to the edge. There has to be some like, I don't want to say message, but there just has to be something more than just like asking controversial questions. You know, there's got to be more than just that, so you can maintain that audience. You know, or else you're just going to be the one-trick pony who asks controversial questions. I want to watch the new Internet Anarchist video. This will be entertaining.
Matan Evan became an internet sensation after he hijacked a speech at the 2022 Game Awards.
I think I want to nominate an award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
This is awesome. They hated this too. I remember so many people being mad at this guy over this. I thought this was sick. This guy's like, there's not a lot of trolls on YouTube anymore, especially like relatively harmless ones who aren't like politically motivated like that, right? Not that it would bother me if he was that much, but you know, I like to see an apolitical, just like shitter who likes to f around. I like this. He was messing with this comedian named David Lucas the other day. Too Lazy to Try made a video about it, and I was watching it this morning. Good video. This was like super... It was just so awkward to watch. I don't know a lot about David Lucas and who this guy is, but it was like incredibly uncomfortable to watch him just fumble this, especially because he's like a comedian guy. This was nuts.
All right, so we have David Lucas embarrassing himself on Matan Evans' podcast. This was a rough one. I mean, pretty much every comment is talking about how cringy he was. And you could tell Matan was getting under his skin. And it's funny because David always claims he doesn't give a shit about what anybody thinks. You know, he's supposed to be an edgy comedian that doesn't get offended by anything. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. Like, Matan asked him about the George Floyd joke he made that he eventually apologized for. So,
did he say I would have shot him? What did he say about George Floyd? David Lucas, George Floyd. That sounds Kino. I mean, bad. David Lucas, George Floyd. David Lucas disrespects George Floyd. We have a reaction. All right, let's see this video.
And you wanted to show them the reason George Floyd got his neck kneeled on. Don't ooh at that joke. It's just a joke, man. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot that nigga.
Wow! I mean, he really said it. The headline didn't lie. Goddamn.
Making us look. It's called comedy, nigga. How many more black fans I gotta hit that might leave? Cause nigga, I was just warming up with that George Floyd. You ready to go? All right, baby. Okay.
You took it too far. That was too far.
All right, you offended too, baby, with the braids? You offended too? God, fuck. Y'all good? Or y'all about to...
And that's my daughter.
All right, so I get they're saying that he apologized over this at some point, is what they're saying. David Lucas apology, Floyd. Look up his Floydian apology. I'm getting conflicting reports because I have this Reddit post from r/KillTony. This says self-described edgy comedian David Lucas apologizes for insensitive joke mocking murdered civil rights activist George Floyd.
Lucas, you know me from Kill Tony and other various roast shows. I'm an edgy, push the boundary comedian. And my job as a comedian is to bring humor in dire situations. With that being said, there's a clip that is circulating around social media. And since that clip has came out, I have spoken to a lot of George Floyd's family. I spoke to Cal Wayne, Trader Truth, Steven Jackson. And my intention was to never cause harm to his family or make them revisit a moment that happened a few years ago. I'm a father, so I get it. I understand how his kids feel. I've spoken to his whole family, and we've came, you know, to an understanding as to how to move forward from this. And just want to apologize to his kids and everybody who was close to him.
Man, this seems like one of the pains of being a comedian that's really famous, because you can't make a joke without the person's family finding out about it. This Atlanta Black Star says he doesn't apologize for the joke. He replied correcting her, "I apologize to the family, not about the joke. Someone on the social media addressed his comments and non-apology for what was seen as a tasteless joke. Whatever help you sleep at night, big boy. I'm sure your kids are ashamed of you too, or at least bullied for having a clown for a father," one person wrote. Some locked in on why he would not say sorry for the funny bone said, and others questioned if he wants to save his career in the eyes of his core fan base. Isn't he an edgy guy? I feel like his core fan base probably thought it was funny. I think it was just a few people who didn't like it. In 2024, he said, "All the black women hate me currently. Now I'm forced to marry a white woman." What a terrible fate. What a terrible, terrible fate that is. All right, well, you see he was kind of an edgy guy. Okay, you can see there the line of events that happened as a result of his joke. Watch Rattle Me Bones commercial later. It's 1 minute, maybe.
Oh, you know it's a sensitive subject for him, but Matan asked him why he'd make the joke if he knows it could offend the black community or something like that. You know, he's kind of trolling him. That's how this podcast is. It's kind of like Eric Andre or Between Two Ferns. So when Matan asked him about the joke, David just keeps saying, "I don't give a shit. I'm going to say whatever I want. I don't care what anybody thinks. But you can tell the question kind of gets to him, even though it's a joke. And he leans over and tries to intimidate Matan.
Let's give somebody some reference. A lot of people know you because you got canceled a couple of months ago for making a joke about George Floyd.
Did I really get canceled? Who canceled me?
Well, that's what it said online.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people were mad, but I mean, that's part of society. They be mad.
So, but they didn't cancel you, or what happened?
I'm still doing shows, dog.
So you're saying they tried, but it didn't work?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really cancel somebody like me who don't give a f.
Let me ask you this. Why would you make the joke about George Floyd when you have no idea how it can affect the black community?
Because I wanted to.
But what?
Because I wanted to.
But you don't know how it could affect black people.
Does he know a lot about Matan? I feel like maybe he went into this not really knowing anything about, sorry, this comment. He's not edgy, he's around. I feel like he maybe went into this not really knowing a lot about Matan and not knowing that he was like a troll guy. But you would think a comedian would kind of expect that. You would think, you know. Obviously, Matan doesn't actually give a f.
Wanted to do it.
But you don't know if it will offend them.
I wanted to do it.
But you're
well, let me
offending.
offend them.
But
I offend white people too. Now what? I'll offend your ass too.
Yeah, but you're allowed to offend white
I'll
people.
offend your ass
But
too.
black people, it's off the table.
You're allowed to offend white people. True. You cannot make fun of black people. You will not. You will not. Do not. White people, black people, bling bling, fire. We love them.
What's happening?
White people are evil.
I'll offend you. I'll offend you. You cute.
I like this guy. Oh, you cute? Bruh. Wait, what?
I'll offend you. I'll offend you. You cute.
Whoa.
So he wasn't handling it very well, and it just kept getting worse from here. And like 20 minutes in, he's about to leave. And I think the only reason he was there in the first place is because he thought he's getting paid 10 grand for the appearance, which Matan probably told him just to get him on the podcast or just to mess with him. And, you know, it could be a bit, but it definitely seems like David is being serious. And I believe he's delusional enough to think somebody give him 10 grand for a podcast appearance. So in the beginning, he's like, yeah, I'm cool with all this as long as I'm getting paid. But Matan's like, what are you talking about? And then David looks at his manager like, isn't this what we agreed on?
Let's go.
Hey, as long as you got that money ready for me at the end of this hour, I don't give a f.
Oh, I don't got anything.
Is this all a bit? Is this all pre-planned?
Hey, man, I thought this was 10 grand, man.
10 grand? I could have got Charleston White for 10 grand.
He seems genuinely surprised. He thought he was going to get $10,000.
Okay.
So what about the money, though?
What about the money?
Yeah.
I would give it to you if I had some.
Nah, nigga, I'm about to call.
We could be on like
a
a perpetual team.
All right.
Well, they ain't got the money, bro.
But the camera's not. There's no camera on him.
I know this is like a shitty thing to do, and if I was in David Lucas's position where I thought I was going to be paid 10 grand for an interview, which is a lot for an interview, shit, I would probably be kind of mad, but at the same time, this is like awesome, okay? Rules for me and not for thee in a literal sense, okay? I like this. I like promising people $10,000 for an interview and then not paying them if they're a celebrity. I think that's based.
I don't give a f. We don't need it to be on camera. I need my bread.
You need your bread? How much were you expecting to be?
You told me 10,000 in the text message, bro.
I would love to see it. Maybe that was he told you that.
I'll have to see it.
Because he's the one, in case anybody doesn't know, who set up this interview. Okay, let's move on.
I'm having a hard time telling if David Lucas is in on the bit. I don't know enough about his comedy to know. He might be in on it. He might not be.
A little stale here.
Yeah, so I definitely believe David actually thought he was going to get paid for this, and Matan was probably just trying to mess with him or just get him on the show. I mean, this kid is really good at trolling. Like, also, he kept handing David pictures of him, like AI pictures of him, really overweight.
What is that picture? I think he might genuinely be annoyed. Look at that picture. That is awesome. He looks like a blimp.
Even more overweight, and you could tell David's like, all right, whatever.
Look at that one. Look at the hang. That's awesome.
Matan's like, what, you don't like them? And David's like, I don't give a shit. You know, this happens to me all the time. And it's clearly getting to him.
Look at it. What's this? Oh, yeah. Put that right there.
You don't like them?
I don't give a f. I'm in the public image, bro. Shit like this will happen all the time.
I don't think he's in on the bit, to be honest. I don't think he's in anymore. I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that at all. I think that's funny. I feel like if I was past Bloat Max picture of myself, I would find it really funny. I don't think that David Lucas liked that too much. I think he had a bit of a problem. Am I off base here? I don't think he's in.
So you don't mind it?
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this little weirdo white. You're not white. Yeah, you dope.
Oh, so you think I'm like funny guy?
You do a lot of crazy stuff with a straight face, which makes me laugh. I like weird shit. So like.
So are you laughing with me or at me?
At you.
Oh.
You 17 though?
Oh,
17 years old.
What high school you go to?
I don't go to high school anymore. Online school.
So it would get really awkward, and then David would just burst out laughing randomly. And I think since David didn't know what to do and wasn't funny at all, he just started doing gross and creepy shit. Like at one point, he started itching his ass and was trying to make everybody smell it. And then he kept
That's fire. That's good. I like
telling
that.
Matan to take his shirt off for some reason. I mean, this was just such a weird appearance.
Isn't Matan like, how old actually is he? Isn't he like 17? I thought he was like 15 or something during the Game Awards thing. Is he like 17 or something like that?
I don't know what was going on, but he was gnarly.
I'll put my hand in my ass and make you smell it. Bitch, come here, nigga. Put that shit in your face now.
He's stink maxing. Ooh. He's straight up poop maxing in a literal sense. That's funny, but that is pretty foul.
You want to smell it? I'll make him smell it. Oh, let's see if your ass talk now, man. I bet you say, goddamn, I put that shit up under that
Listen,
note.
we need to get back to the podcast.
That t-shirt ain't gonna cover it up, bro. You still gonna smell this ass. I ain't took no shower and I'm straight off a plane, boy. This shit.
Is that something to be bragging about?
I don't know. Let's smell up under that jacket. Take that jacket off.
Well, I don't.
Let us see that pale ass.
I don't have
chest.
shit all over me.
Is this guy like gay or something? This guy, is he gay? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but is he? I feel like he's actually horny. Yikes, and yeah. I feel like he might actually be horny right now. I don't know. I'm getting kind of a strange vibe.
Let's see that pale ass. Take that jacket off.
You're like one of those Indian guys.
Take that jacket off. Take that jacket off. Let's see.
Under it is just a
You
normal
probably
shirt.
naked up under that bitch. Let's see.
No, I only wear this jacket.
You're probably naked under your clothes. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Let me see it. Take it off.
I can't. That's
me see.
not on camera.
Take it off.
No, it's not allowed. Be careful. I have a weapon on me.
I don't give a about no weapon.
And then after David did that, he kept touching his face and his eyes, which was just disgusting. I mean, the whole time he's just doing gross shit. And then
He gets all serious about the pred talk, but keeps showing P to a minor and talking about grind with him. The irony. Did he do that?
Han made a joke about him being a predator, and David got all offended. He's like, don't joke about something like that. That's serious.
But Thrones, what is you talking about, bro? What is you talking about?
Because I thought you were trying to.
You
flip
on
it
some
me.
weird
I
shit.
called you a predator.
I'm not a predator.
No, for sure.
Skip the question, bro. We ain't even finna entertain that bullshit you talking about right now, because I got children, and that's a very sensitive
Go
topic.
past it.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think it would take you to run a mile?
I did a...
The manager laughed at you.
And it's crazy this
Huh. He's like trying to get Matan to take his shirt off. Then he's like, whoa, do not even joke about me being a pedophile. Hey, man, I, as someone who's not a pedophile, will not be joked about. Okay. I'm not a pedophile. You will not make a joke about that. That is disgusting. On one hand, I understand David Lucas's like indignance about it, because even making jokes about someone being like is kind of, you know, it's like the worst thing you can possibly be. If you're like joking about someone you don't know being a pedophile. I get the kind of, you know, uncomfortability around it, but at the same time, like, he's a comedian type guy. I feel like he should be able to take it a little bit, you know. He's not legitimately calling him a pedophile. Matan he's a troll doing an epic bit. He knew it was a bit. Lucas just had zero chemistry. You think so? Ties back to his long hair self. Oh, I'll be getting a haircut soon, don't you worry. Have you seen the video with Sam Hyde and the Matan podcast? Yeah, I watched some of it. It was kind of funny. I haven't really watched a lot of Sam stuff lately.
17-year-old kid is 100 times funnier than this professional comedian. I mean, David's sense of humor is him like farting and itching his ass and doing all this gross shit that only he was laughing at.
You're standing?
Yeah, I feel like a rock star.
The table's about to collapse. I gotta back up from this.
Earthquake. I'm about to fart in his face. That's gonna be different.
Fart in his face. These people all are like really weirded out by this. He kind of turned the bit into whatever he's doing now. He kind of turned it on them a little bit. It's like retribution.
Gotta scratch the ass. Scratch the ass so you can smell it.
It's like maniacally laughing at your own joke for like 20 seconds straight. That is kind of cool, but he is being strange. I don't know. I do like to laugh at my own humor, I'll say that, okay? The funniest shit to me, not literal shit. The funniest shit to me is, you know, my own. I have this thing I do where like someone will try to like show me a meme on Instagram and I'll be like, oh, that's funny. Haha. And I do think it's funny, but for some reason my body can't produce a reaction. Can you give me some gym advice? I'm not trying to be too sore at work, but I feel like if I don't feel sore, there's no muscle growth. You shouldn't be feeling sore every single day when you go to the gym. In the beginning, you're probably going to feel sore a lot because you're just starting out, but I don't feel sore like every day after I go to the gym. I feel sore like maybe a couple times a month after I go because I'll have like a serious push day, but typically, I don't feel super sore. I'd say just work out a lot and eat a lot and always be trying to incorporate new exercises that stimulate things. Why is Matan interviewing EDP? All right. David Lucas is not going to like that comment, all right? Retract that.
So he was completely out of control. I mean, this was unbelievable. And it's funny he got all offended when Matan made a joke about him being a predator, because then he started to act really creepy and he kept trying to touch him and he kept saying weird stuff to him. And at one point, for some reason, he pulled up some corn on his phone and showed that to him. So I don't know what he was doing here. I mean, apparently he doesn't handle getting trolled very well. You know, I think Matan just made him completely lose it. I mean, this was another level of cringe. You know, it's one thing to have an awkward podcast and like not have a funny appearance, but this, I don't even know how to describe what was going on here.
Are we in a safe space?
We safe space. What is this? You keep showing me like they're pretty cheap, like 20.
Kind of cute.
Me? You're saying these?
Look,
I'm
you're older than 17.
I promise I'm 17.
Let me see.
I
Let me see your ID.
I don't have an ID.
David Lucas is going to have to post another apology soon, bro. He got a little nervous there. He's going to have to apologize again. Not a good look. Not a good look. Hey, Tom, I'm currently fighting some false gooning allegations. Any advice? Goon even harder. Yeah, I feel like if he doesn't want to be called, I don't know, a creep slash pedophile, even as a joke, it's like, you're cute. I'm 17. You're not 17. There's no way. It's like, yeah, you should probably stop. You're 18. Say it. Say you're 18. Say you're 18. Say you're 18. Yeah, literally.
Come over. Come over. Come on. Get real nice and close like we're in prison. Sit that little pale booty down.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I don't even know what to say about that. Just, you know, if I was a girl, okay, if I was a girl and you guys were me and you had just made a joke about the Holocaust that I as a girl didn't like, I would say that Holocaust joke could be the ick, okay? That's what the context of this would be. I'd say, that's so icky. That gave me the ick, okay? That's what I would say. Do you think drinking affects it? I'm an ectomorph, so I eat a lot. I'm Brit, but I can't size up. Drinking, yeah, I mean, I don't think a beer is going to really help you a lot. I can't size up. Thought about steroids. I feel like I'm cheating. Don't do steroids. Steroids are really bad for you. You'll regret that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I've heard about the ectomorph meme, like super fast metabolism, shit like that. I mean, it may be a little harder for you, but if you like, you know, get creatine, which is not steroids, you know, just use creatine, try to eat a lot every day, try to be consistent about it. If you have really high maintenance calories, figure out what you can do to like edge that out, get a little higher than that. I think you'll be fine. What's your opinion on Nux? I love that dude. Yeah, I love him too.
Why do you want me so close?
I want you right here. I want you right here. I want you right here.
I'm gonna take your manager's chair. A lot of leftist politicians.
Come over here so I can hear you closer.
He's leaning away from him. Matan is creeped out.
Because you're gonna grab the notes. This is what everybody does.
I ain't playing your little games.
Yo, man, I put so much effort into that shit and you won't even smell it.
Let me rub your back.
You won't even smell it.
Let me rub your back.
Let me rub your back. Response to getting trolled is like, how can I like harass this kid? I don't know. It's a little, maybe this is all a bit and they're all in on it. It's all scripted. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird, bro.
On my, man. It's a bad character trait. How old are you?
It was an interesting appearance, you know, and of course he just got roasted in the comments. You know, like somebody said, why can't you get a real comedian on like Brendan Schaub? And nobody laughs more at David Lucas's jokes.
I do creatine away. I'm still skinny. I don't know, bro. I'm not an expert. Watch YouTube videos about it or something. I'm not an ectomorph, so I don't, you know, I can't totally relate to you. Everybody's body's unique. Look up how to gain weight as an ectomorph on YouTube, and filter for non-steroid options, I guess. You know, I don't have the greatest weightlifting advice.
Than David Lucas, and David Lucas is really good at making me not like him. And yeah, if this is somebody's introduction to him on this podcast, they're probably like, what the hell is this guy's deal? Like, there's no way he's a comedian. I mean, he wasn't funny at all, and he's really bad at handling getting trolled and playing into the jokes. And also expecting to get paid 10 grand is kind of cringy. So this was just a rough appearance for him.
I just don't want to die skinny. I think you'll be all right. I kind of want to... David Lucas Matan. I want to watch this. How long is it? 39 minutes?
Hello, everybody.
We did an interview where they get someone super famous, but they don't say anything. Matan just interviews Mike. I don't know whether I should laugh, cringe, or call the police to make sure Matan is okay. David tried asserting his dominance and felt so embarrassed when he couldn't against a 17-year-old. Matan's got impressive emotional control. David not beating the allegations with this one. Interesting. I'm eager to watch this internet anarchist video about Matan.
That moment went viral and racked up millions of views, but soon after, Matan's popularity took a downhill turn, and his name disappeared from the mainstream media. This left people wondering what on earth happened to the Bill Clinton kid, and why did he fall off so hard?
Oh, I forgot. He also trolled. I'm sorry to keep interrupting this video. He did the Hassan troll. That was awesome. Hassan did not like it at all. He didn't have a good time. Is this a bow video? Maybe children do deserve the coal mines. Jesus. Do we have the actual video? Oh, Asman reacting. Hassan gets stream sniped by cringe Bill Clinton kid.
What's going on? What's doing? We love landlords. We're all against unions. We're here to protest against the landlords and the unions. We love them.
He does not like it. He does not like it at all.
Can we do like a quick shake on the hand? We love landlords. Look. We love landlords. We love landlords. We love them a lot. We're all against unions. They're not.
Look at him trying not to cry. He's not happy at all. I feel like he would just see this as funny, right? Because Matan is clearly a troll, right? I feel like he would just see it as like, oh, haha, it's funny. Because in Hassan's perspective, landlords are evil, unions are good, right? So from that perspective, I feel like why not just like think it's ridiculous that Matan would even say something like that and think it's funny, right? Like when I see someone say an opinion that I disagree with, my reaction usually is not just like complete anger. Like it's usually like, you know, it's funny, whatever. Just laugh about it. Why you gotta take it so seriously?
Not fair to the corporate companies. He's a crazy pro.
Look at her face. She doesn't like it either. This guy has Jeffrey Epstein on his cardboard. They're mad as
Anyway, as I was saying,
landlords, we love them a lot.
we're waiting for.
We're waiting for the landlords to come.
Oh, there you are. Thank you.
We're waiting for the landlord to come, cutting him off. Doing an IRL stream as Hassan seems like a nightmare. Because you're just going to get these kind of people trolling you and owning you.
You see a Nissan.
No, I can. It's a public place. I can show the sign. Yeah, I will be showing the sign. You guys like landlords?
Look at this guy's face. He doesn't like it either.
We'll probably leave if that's the case. I don't want to. I don't want to anyone's shit up. This little fetus, bro. I swear to God, so sick.
So sick.
Dumbass parents, obviously, didn't smack him around enough when he was born and bred.
Didn't smack him around enough. Jeez.
We can leave. I mean, I don't want to. They'll leave if we leave. So I don't want them to like up like actual,
We love landlords.
We're watching Lib Alex Jones because I love him. I love his content. He's so mad.
Move away a little bit.
No, it's we love.
Move away a little bit. Move away a little bit. Move away a little bit. I just like, I get that they're fighting for a cause they believe in, and I obviously disagree with Hassan on a lot, but it's based to fight where you believe to fight for what you believe in. But like, you can't take yourself this seriously, right? It's okay to get mocked and made fun of sometimes, and get your issue mocked and made fun of. You don't need to say that parents need to beat their children more for it. Who is this, and why is she so mad? Why is she making that duck face? Landlords. Landlords.
Lord. The cameraman, he doesn't want to show the landlord sign. He's running away. We're like landlords. We're gonna be.
It's Will Neff's girlfriend. Oh, okay. I remember her from the whole Destiny drama with the Twitch streamers. Okay, I didn't realize this who that was. Okay, that makes sense. I think she said Destiny should have never been born or something. It was like a waste of cum or something like that.
Yeah, we're leaving. I'm just waiting for. What's up?
He blew up their whole spot. You got to leave for that? Just around with him and he'll leave. Just like playing his bit a little bit.
No. They're here to. Yeah, they're trolling. I'm not interested. I don't like to show people that are very desperate for attention and clout, especially. Yes, 100%.
For you specifically.
Yes. That's why we're leaving right now.
People who are desperate for attention and clout. Yeah, they want your clout, Hassan.
Shut the up and leave. They're kids. This is what happens.
I mean, the more noise they make, the better, because we're not allowed to chant.
Yeah. No. I know.
Just the condescension. Like, you're an internet guy. It's not that big of a deal. It's funny.
Yeah, they are unironically helping out, which is funny because they think they're.
The cope. They're helping out. They're actually helping us. That's why I'm mad. They're actually helping us, which is why we're leaving the entire. We're leaving where we are right now to go to some other place in the city where they can't find us. They're helping us out.
But they are. So that's why it's fine. As long as they're not, on camera. I don't, like I said, I don't like...
You don't want to give them... I get it.
I don't want to feed the trolls. I'm just waiting for food to get here.
Feed them, feeder. Feed them.
Okay, sounds good.
Great, I mean, that's good. We didn't say anything to them. No.
Josh.
We didn't say anything to them. Well, that was fire. Now we can finally watch the Internet Anarchist video. I just had to glaze on Matan a little bit because he's pretty fire.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today, looking into the fascinating rise, fall, and rise again of Matan Evans' online career. Did his controversial actions ruin his career, or has he managed to reinvent himself in an unpredictable way? We'll explore how the Bill Clinton kid got famous, and what exactly happened to him afterwards. Although Matan blew up in 2023, his online presence started way earlier than one might expect. Back in 2019, the protests in Hong Kong were at an all-time high. Authorities introduced harsh bills that compromised democratic freedom, and in response, fierce protests were held against them. People all over social media were showing support for Hong Kong, including...
Bro, if you want to see some good content that you might never see, go and pester Gokanaru in his live chat next time he streams. If I have any shared audience with him, go and pester him to release the Hong Kong videos, because he released like 1 or 2 of them. But I was so hyped for it, bro. I was so hyped for those videos to come out, and they still haven't come out. He's being a piece of shit, in my opinion. So pester him to get those videos out and get all the finished commentary videos he has done out, okay? Pester him. He needs to release them. Gokanaru. Do it, bro. Come on. Come on! I've been waiting for like 4 years for these videos.
A 12-year-old kid named Matan Evan. Matan was a longtime supporter of the cause and wanted to make a special statement for Hong Kong. In October 2019, Matan was caught on screen in an NBA game waving a shirt that said, "Fight for freedom, stand with..."
Wait, that's him? I didn't know it went that far. I didn't know it went that far back at all. What the hell? He looks like he's like 10 here.
Hong Kong, before the camera quickly panned away from him. Just a few days later, on October 23rd, esports journalist Rod Breslau tweeted about it, and the post post blew up, getting over 223,000 likes. However, rumors began spreading that Matan had been kicked out of the game, but these were quickly dispelled in a tweet by Rod that said, also, Matan was never kicked out and will be back in their seats next game, but likely never to be put on the Jumbotron again. Rod also suggested Matan should go to BlizzCon, and soon people were hoping to see him protest there too. Now, you might be wondering why. Well, because in the same month of October 2019, Blizzard, the game company, banned esports gamer Blitzchung for a year just because he spoke out in support of the Hong Kong protesters. So the demand was there, and
does Blizzard have some kind of financial relationship with China? Is that why that happened? Is it, I'm guessing they sell their games in China and they aren't allowed to sell it if they have a representative for them supporting Hong Kong. Is that the situation? Kind of want to learn about it though. We're gonna learn together, chat. We're gonna learn together. Activision Blizzard, I believe they made they made World of Warcraft and Overwatch, right? One of America's biggest gaming companies just bowed to Chinese censorship in a disturbing way, suspending a professional player of Hearthstone, its digital card game, over a statement supporting the Hong Kong pro-democracy protests. Ooh, cocked. The offending commentary from Chung Ninghua, a Hong Kong-based player who goes with the name Blitzchung, came during an official interview on Sunday held after he won a match in the Hearthstone Grandmasters tournament, the highest level of competition in the game. Chung said, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our time," a protest slogan in the city, while wearing goggles and a face mask, items commonly donned by protesters to conceal their identity. The protests, which began over an extradition law, have morphed into a broad-based demand to protect the semi-autonomous city's democratic political system from mainland China's attempts to exert control over it. On Tuesday, Blizzard came down hard on Chung. In an official statement on Hearthstone's blog, the company announced that it would be suspending Chung for a year, forcing him to forfeit thousands of dollars in prize money from 2019 and firing the casters, commentators who conducted the interview. They fire the casters? This is a big deal. Blizzard, who created, among other things, World of Warcraft, is a massive company. It brought in about $7.5 billion in revenue in 2018. I didn't even know that. Like the NBA, which has rebuked the Houston Rockets general manager over a pro-Hong Kong tweet, Blizzard is not merely trying to operate within the confines of Chinese censorship, but acting as its agent. So these companies, essentially, they do business in China, and I assume China would have some kind of big penalty or restriction on them or not allow them to sell their games if they saw this kind of stuff go unchecked. So in the interest of preserving their business in the, Communist Republic, I guess, of China, they're trying to punish anybody who speaks out. Damn. Well, Chung Ninghua sounds pretty base, dude. Shout out to him. China. The CCP is just mad that it takes 90 seconds to make 1 minute rice. Based. Interesting. The case for boycotting Blizzard and other U.S. companies who act as Chinese censors. Blizzard's argument for suspending Chung hinges on an alleged rule violation, specifically Section 6.1 of the official Hearthstone Grandmasters rules. The rules prohibit engaging in any act in Blizzard's sole discretion that brings you into the public dispute. Engaging in any act that Blizzard's sole discretion, brings you into public disrepute. Disrepute. Offends a portion or group of the public or otherwise damages Blizzard's image. The idea here seems to be that supporting pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong has brought Chung into public disrepute in mainland China, justifying his suspension. The actual motivation is most likely crasser. Blizzard's user base is declining, and it is counting on expansion in the very large Chinese market to reverse the downward momentum. Interesting. Hey Tom, I'm doing a college project on scalpers in the LEGO community. You have any advice on doing research for it? New sites don't really cover it. I guess look on Reddit. That seems like the place where LEGO people would be. I don't, you got to figure it out. I assume.
Matan made sure he delivered. Shortly after his appearance on the NBA Jumbotron, Matan tweeted a video on November 3rd, 2019, showing himself at the World of Warcraft panel shouting "Free Hong Kong."
Character we know is second.
Tweet read, "I came to BlizzCon 19 to make a point. My point has been proven. I ran up on the Q&A panel and yelled 'Free Hong Kong.' Now remember to keep fighting for basic human rights." Matan's actions quickly drew mainstream media attention, leading to numerous—
He got on the news when he was that young? He's like 12 years old. That's crazy. I didn't know any of this. I thought the first time he was ever in the public eye was the Game Awards thing,
where he explained his strong stance on Hong Kong.
So I had heard about the movement before the Clipper game, and I decided that, I should try to do something, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. So it was kind of just in the moment.
He even appeared—
It's weird to hear him being sincere, because most of the time you hear him say anything, it's clearly pretty insincere. He doesn't give a shit. But here he's clearly being, sincere about his opinions. He's not even trolling.
On InfoWars twice, where Owen Troyer praised his resilience and confidence.
Man, I'm telling you, there are grown—
Got an InfoWars at 10 years old.
Men who don't have the courage to do what you did and step out in front of that panel, and you just seem fearless. There's no qualms. You don't even— It's like you didn't even question it.
Interestingly, Matan was very aware of all the attention he was getting online, so he used it to grow his presence. By January 2020, his channel had 13,000 subscribers, and he was posting daily videos about Hong Kong. Fast forward to 2021.
So if he's 17 now, he would have been 13, maybe even 12 then. 13,000 subs when you're 12 is crazy. That's really crazy. I get emails every day from adults who tell me they can't get past like 20 subscribers asking me for advice. This kid did it when he was a child, okay? He made the blueprint.
And Matan had around 38,000 subscribers on YouTube. However, it was clear he had stopped posting regularly, and his channel became largely inactive. After months of being silent, Matan posted on Twitter on June 15th, 2021, explaining that he'd stopped posting about Hong Kong because there simply wasn't much to post about it. He also mentioned in the tweet that he would start posting again soon, and fans were eager to see what he'd post next, with commenters stating, "Miss you so much, Matan. Thank you for always supporting Hong Kong and remembering us here," as well as, "Thank you, Matan. Happy to know new updates about you." However, his content after that tweet had nothing to do with Hong Kong. A prime example of this shift took place the following year during the Game Awards on December 8th, 2022. In today's age, videos have become a powerful tool for—
What is this swag? What is this swag? This is like a Mark Zuckerberg type of swag. Sort of Mark Zuckerberg type of swag, in my opinion. Zuck swag. Interesting. Red hoodie, based.
Round in the background, looking completely out of place.
Looks like a cartoon bully. Yeah, kind of. He does look like the cartoon bully on the playground a little bit.
And we create the games we want to create and do our best because of you.
How did he even get up on the stage? Do these guys even know who he is? I'm still perplexed how he even got there.
Thank you so much.
That young guy was Matan Evan. He grabbed the mic and spoke with a strange accent, stating,
Real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to—
They don't even know who he is. How did he get there?
Nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox rabbi.
Did they just let anyone up on stage?
It seemed like Matan had shifted from his
They
usual—
send out people to get him out. They immediately send out the goon squad to move him. How do you even get there? How do you even get in this kind of position? Don't they have like an official kind of system for how they get people on stage? Wouldn't they have like kicked him off ahead of time? Confidence is key. Yeah, I guess so. Just walking up with him is so funny. I guess that he just walked up with him and they didn't realize that he was there. And security hadn't picked up on the fact that he wasn't supposed to be there. They didn't even assume. They didn't even comprehend that somebody would try to just get there. But it's so funny he even managed to get in that position.
Serious political content to embracing more of an internet troll persona. After the show, Matan posted a tweet stating, "Today there is a lot of talk and speculation. More information will be released on all fronts sooner than
repelled
later."
from the
This
ceiling.
tweet received over 22,000 likes and was retweeted thousands of times. Naturally, the whole incident went viral, and mainstream media outlets like Vice dove into Matan's online persona and past, which sparked a ton of conspiracy theories, with a headline reading, "The kid who crashed the Game Awards was on InfoWars when he was 12. Some even went as far as to accuse him of being anti-Semitic, like this Vice article from December 9, 2022, that claimed his Yeezy—
Yeah, of course they called him anti-Semitic. Journalists, seemingly at these publications, want everyone to be anti-Semitic. You know, not to say there aren't real anti-Semites out there, but that's always the explanation they go to. That's always it. If you even mention a Jewish person's name, it's like, wait, this guy likes the Holocaust.
Yeezys were proof of it, since Kanye West, who made Yeezys, had, quote, gone on several anti-Semitic rants recently.
What? That's your evidence that he said his Orthodox rabbi Bill Clinton and that he wore Yeezys? Yeezys are like extremely popular. Is anyone who wears Kanye shoes right now an anti-Semite? Really? Are we really going with that explanation, Vice? You idiots.
However, one of the most notable—
Wait, didn't I just read an article from him about Hong Kong? Damn. A hit and a miss, chat. A hit and a miss. Well, why did he mention Jewish people? Like it's obvious? Well, it's just like random and funny. It's funny to just say that Bill Clinton is an Orthodox rabbi when he's not. That's why. Do you think if you just say the word Jewish, out loud, there's automatically some kind of anti-Semitic messaging going on if you wear Yeezys?
Articles covering the situation was a write-up by Polygon, which included—
Like the joke isn't even at like the expense of Jews. He just says Bill Clinton's an Orthodox rabbi. That doesn't even mean anything.
Interview with Matan. In the article, Polygon mentioned that Matan stayed in his troll character throughout the entire interview. It stated, "When reached by phone on Friday, Evan refused to break character and dodged questions about everything, from his political leanings to the circumstances of his removal from the Game Awards stage." Polygon also mentioned that Matan claimed he was Jewish, and that his comments regarding Bill Clinton weren't anti-Semitic or tied to any far-right views.
I don't see why you would even assume that it is tied to far-right views. He didn't say anything about Jews. Like, he didn't do that. But like, there's no There's no reason to even think he was being anti-Semitic. He just said some bullshit. These journalists wanted the story so bad.
However, despite saying this, Matan often wore Yeezys and rocked a Jesus King hat. And because of his constant trolling, people thought he was lying. But if you dig deeper, it looks like his claim to being Jewish was legit, with a tweet from Jason Schreier stating, "Just spoke to the guy who interrupted the Game Awards. He says his name is Matan and that he is 15 years old. Some thought his speech was an anti-Semitic dog whistle, but he is almost certainly a Jewish prankster. He understood a question I asked in Hebrew, then pretended he didn't."
Oh, so he himself was a Jew. So all these people just slandered him by saying he was an anti-Semite. He's a Jew himself! You're so skibbity. Thank you for the dono, Stink. I think you're right. He's a Jew himself. Come on, bro.
All of this constant drama marked a clear shift from Matan's early days as a young activist fighting for human rights. Matan had evolved, and his new strategy was to grab attention with edgy statements and a provocative persona.
It wasn't even that edgy, though. It wasn't particularly edgy. The thing is, he probably did say Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton because he thought that people would take the bait and be like, that's anti-Semitic. But nothing he said was anti-Semitic, so the fact people even took the bait is like retarded.
For instance, in an interview with Neon Sniper Panda on December the 11th, 2022, Matan joked about saying,
One of the comments, somebody asking if you, the host here is cool with the Nazi salute because I went like this. I wasn't doing a Nazi salute. I was talking about meeting Bill Clinton and touching.
His voice dropped since then. That's kind of funny. He looks the same now, but you definitely hear his voice went down. Or maybe he hadn't perfected the silly accent yet.
The top of his head.
He's Jewish, y'all. Don't be weird.
Viewers absolutely loved his simultaneously serious and comedic takes, with comments, "True trolling is hard for most people to understand. Good job," as well as, "Matan is clearly very intelligent. It's not just about memes." Just 3 days later, he posted another video continuing his political commentaries in a podcast with Destiny.
Wait, I forgot this even happened. This did happen, didn't it?
You were disagreeing that there's actually, a group of people controlling all of the governments all over the world.
Yeah, or like if you believe that, I feel like you probably need some exceptional evidence to prove that, yeah.
Right, I feel for the most part it can kind of be proven, and I feel like using, common sense and logic, it should be very easy to prove.
In another video posted on
I feel like he's trying not to laugh there. So I've just seen interviews with this guy where he's clearly trying not to laugh. He kind of got Destiny, bro.
December 17th, 2022, Matan is seen having a heated discussion with some OF models. Throughout the conversation, he repeatedly challenges their intellect, saying,
I didn't know that I was going to be sitting talking to a bunch of illiterate people who don't know how to read.
Literally 15. What do you know?
Bro, you know how to read?
Yes, I do know how to read.
Name 10 books.
Wait, what is that? Bro, what is that? They don't like that at all. Name 10 books. Name 10 books.
Are you serious?
Yes, 100%. Name 10 books.
Well, I read Game of Thrones. I'm obsessed with the Twilight series.
You illiterate? You say you're not? He says, name 10 books, and you name Game of Thrones and the Twilight series? Bruh. You may as well, that's like a negative book in my opinion. -1 book for all of you, okay? By the way, I can't name 10 books, okay? I'm just as retarded as these women.
Game of Thrones, the series?
What's the book called? It's not called Game of Thrones.
This video blew up, garnering over 3 million views, and people in the comments were backing Matan all the way, with comments reading, "Scary how a child is wiser than a bunch of adults. I'm starting to think that this kid is the future of our society. He's got more common sense than most adults." As well as, "Imagine a group of adults trying to bully a 15-year-old and failing." So he kept the momentum going, making more content with controversial creators like Sneeko.
You're always like this.
Yeah, I never actually change facial expressions. Very rarely if something surprising happens, I'll go. But just for the most part, I stay like this, and a lot of people think that I'm a troll, but I'm not, and even if I was spreading good messages, then the outcome is positive for everybody.
Matan also started posting short-form content on TikTok, where he currently has over 1.2 million followers. His content mainly features clips from his controversial podcasts and interviews, as well as videos of him annoying random people in public.
Excuse me, are you interested in boxing me? I'd like to start fight with random people. Are you interested?
Working right now, sorry.
I want to fight you. I want to knock you out. A lot of people have been asking what I've been doing to help, the homeless community. Today I'm going to be giving them fake $100 bills. And a lot of people would ask, how is that actually helpful? Today, use the money.
However,
bro, I know Hassan was mauling at that. If he saw that, he'd be like, this guy's a piece of shit. He makes fun of homeless people. He makes fun of a real struggle. Thanks for the gift of membership, bro.
It wasn't just strangers Matan would go after. Matan soon started to follow and borderline harass popular creators on the internet. One of the most notable of these instances was in February 23, when Matan tried to crash Twitch streamers XQC and Kai Snat's trip to Universal Studios.
Let's go.
I've seen him before. Do it. What the hell? What's going on?
You're the most random person. You're not with us. You're not with us, but I've definitely seen you before.
How you doing today? I'm doing good.
Nah. You're not with us. I'm not even about to. Yeah, he recording. You recording. You're not with us. Yo, Cuddy, don't let him follow us.
He's scared. He's scared. He doesn't like it. He thinks he's gonna crash this. Maybe he thinks he's gonna say something that will get him banned. I don't know why I was so upset about it, but he's paranoid.
It was obvious from the video that Matan wasn't welcome, and that his weird behavior made them really uncomfortable, but
Hey.
still kept following the two streamers.
Make streamers feel uncomfortable. Game of Thrones is a book, first of the series. Wow. You saved her, bro. You saved her. Hey, Tom, trying to get into making commentary vids. Any tips on getting started? Make videos, that's it.
And even disguised himself as a fan to try and get a picture with them. Unsurprisingly, this got him quickly kicked out by security.
Bro, stop doing that, bro. I just you trying to be low. Stop doing that.
They're so mad.
Keep doing that, bro. Like, you not low. The boy ain't being mad at no one disturbing niggas.
But he didn't stop there.
Why are you disturbing N-words for? He's disturbing them. Kaisenat is disturbed. I hope this guy tries to get me someday. I want to know how I would react. I hope I would react well. I might react poorly. I'll probably never do a public IRL live stream, but if I ever do, if you're watching this, Matan, please try to get me. I hope you get me better than you got these guys, okay? I hope it gets like a good clip or whatever. Not that I'm nearly as famous as them, but I hope you do own me, and I hope the Turkey Tom Twitter hate army has a field day, okay? Honestly. You'd probably poop your pants, dude. I would. I'd be like David Lucas. I'd try to make him smell it or something. I think did he message me once about something? What was it about? It was like some random shit. Oh, he messaged me about YouTube analytics, and then when I was at VidCon, I heard he was there, so I messaged him trying to see if he was there, and he said he was earlier. He'd already left. That would have been epic, though.
Just a month later, in April 2023, Matan posted a video of himself calling out wrestlers during their matches at WrestleMania 39.
Hey, Michael, you gotta get up.
You gotta get up.
Crawling on the floor, Michael.
It was deliberately stirring up controversy everywhere he went.
You gotta get up.
Because soon after, Matan found himself in another altercation. This time,
to be fair, sniping's been wonky weird since forever. I mean, yeah, but it's usually not one consistent guy who's doing it, right? It's usually not one consistent dude. It's usually just like one guy will get someone one time and then they won't do it again. But he's got a career based off of like trying to troll, you know, celebrities or whatever. E-celebs.
I'm with Hassan Piker, the left-wing Twitch streamer and YouTuber.
I like the way his head bobbles in this animation.
Better known as Hassan Abi. For context, their feud took place in summer of 2023, during the Writers Guild of America strike. Writers were pushing for better pay, protections against AI, and other crucial demands. In solidarity with the WGA, Hassan was on the front lines of the
Is that Adam Ruins Everything? That is him, isn't it? That definitely is him.
Protest, picketing alongside them.
We're here at Netflix headquarters, here on the corner of Sunset and Vine, and what are we doing here today, Adam?
That's when Matan approached Hassan and started mocking him while he was protesting. He also uploaded a video of the encounter on Twitter, which blew up and racked over 26 million views. During the video, you can clearly—
In fairness, Twitter analytics aren't real because I think any time a video comes across your timeline, even if you don't click on it or watch it, it counts as a view. So Twitter analytics are kind of broken, but it probably got at least like 3 or 4 million, you know, if I had to guess.
You see that Hassan is getting annoyed.
What's going on? What are we doing? We love landlords. We're here to protest against the landlords and the unions. We love them.
The more you do that, the more you end up hurting.
You end up hurting.
The more you end up hurting capital.
We love lords.
In response, Hassan quote retweeted the video and said, "Aight, never mind. Maybe children do deserve the coal mines." After some back and forth between them, Matan was determined to get the last word and responded by stating, "You tried to scare me by getting in my face. Then you shoved a pole at me like a little bitch. I asked if you were threatening me because of how pathetic you look. There's a reason your cameraman panned away." This tweet ended up gaining over 14 million views. And just as Matan hoped, the drama grabbed everyone's attention online. Even mainstream media picked up the story, with Kotaku publishing an article about it on May 5th, 2023, headlining "Twitch streamer Hassan Piker trolled by Game Awards show crasher." And as you'd expect from Matan, he jumped on Twitter to milk this opportunity. The very next day, Matan tweeted, "Kotaku reported I had legal counsel on our call today about Hassan. They're talking about my buddy Mikol, who was making Minecraft spider noises. He was determined to keep eyeballs on him." And so 4 days later, on the 10th of May 2023, when Hassan tweeted that he was in the UK, Matan responded with the video from inside a plane, captioned, "See you soon, brother." However, despite his numerous controversies—
He didn't get him again though, did he? He didn't get him again. He was trolling there. I would if he like was following Hassan around the world. That is a little creepy, but it's a little funny. It's a little funny. It's a little funny, all right?
Matan was still mostly known as the Bill Clinton kid who crashed the stage at the 2022 Game Awards. So when the 2023 Game Awards Awards rolled around, Matan let everyone know who was planning to attend by tweeting about it, reading, "See you tomorrow, Jeff." But this time, Jeff Keighley made it clear that security would be tight, leaving no chance for any slip-ups. And that's exactly what happened. Matan's tweet came back to bite him when he was immediately and permanently banned from attending the Game Awards. He reacted to this ban on Twitter saying, "Why would they trespass me? I can't believe this." It's safe to say
he didn't even show up yet. He hadn't even shown up.
That Matan is a well-known internet meme. However, his antics now go way beyond just being meme-worthy. Some might even describe his new form of divisive content as pure rage bait. For instance, he tweeted a picture of him with the actor Samu Lee in February 2024 with the caption, "This asshole asked me for..."
Who are this kid's parents? How does he get into all these events with like celebrities? How is he just showing up there? Does he like fake passes or something? How does he do this?
For a photo. And while some may consider this as just a harmless tweet, Matan's YouTube videos are a completely different story. On the 29th of April 2024, Matan uploaded a video titled "Dominic Cruz on Fighting Sean O'Malley and Changing Genders." During the video, Matan and UFC commentator Dominic Cruz discuss whether women should be allowed to fight in the UFC.
Do you think women should be allowed to fight in UFC?
Oh yeah.
What if they're disabled?
Didn't have another disabled woman fighter.
Then Matan takes it a step further, asking Cruz an edgy question about a hypothetical fight between the light heavyweight fighter.
How did he get this interview too? Is he offering them all money? How does he get this kind of interview? Maybe just because he has a big YouTube channel? I don't know how he gets this. Why did this guy show up?
Mahal Hill and a disabled woman.
They have to know going into it there's some trolling going on, right?
One man and one disabled woman. The woman is a lightweight or bantamweight, and then it's a light heavyweight man, maybe Jamal Hill. He came on the podcast before, so he will be able to do a good one.
And if this wasn't questionable enough, on the 10th of June 2024, Matan interviewed Zerka in a video titled "Zerka Gets Confronted About HS Toki Fight and Scamming Fans." During the video, Matan uses his troll humor to ask Zerka an awkward question.
So if you could just tell everybody, give them a little bit of an introduction if they don't know you.
I am Zerka. I am an influencer.
Influencer? What's that mean? That can mean lots of things.
I influence the youth to do the right thing.
To do the right thing? So you have like an online, you know, people have seen you online before, all that one. You're not like just starting out. You've been on there for a while.
So here's his strategy in a nutshell. Matan takes the most explosive moments from his interviews and turns them into short rage bait clips. He does this because it works. In the last 365 days, his long-form videos have given him 7.2 million views, whereas his short clips have pulled an impressive 329 million views.
That's a lot of shorts views, goddamn.
However, despite all of this, Matan's channel has been struggling with subscriber and view counts ever since mid-2023. Since then, his monthly view counts have dropped by a whopping 90%, and his subscriber growth has slowed down significantly. This decline explains why Matan has been working so hard to rebuild his audience. His brash, impulsive content still shows he's figuring out his voice as a creator. As part of his trial and error, Matan has been drawing attention by joining several controversial podcast interviews.
Do you think that Yellowface is okay?
No.
Because every time I go to Universal Studios, I see a lot of little yellow people with yellow face.
If they're minions, I think that's probably okay.
And it looks like his efforts are finally paying off. Matan's videos where he interviews online creators with his edgy humor are starting to click with a certain crowd. For example, he recently pulled in over 700,000 views on a video titled "Sam Hyde Hires 20 Indians to Destroy Matan's Podcast."
The more of them, there's more?
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do with them after? Where are you going to go?
It's not my problem. It's LA's problem.
Matan Evan has had his 5 minutes of fame, and then some, constantly trying to stay relevant on the internet.
I think that, I feel like the trolling stuff does work. I just don't know how well. The problem with shorts content is it brings in a lot of people who want to see shorts, but it doesn't produce consistent viewership. So even like the shorts viewership, like this one has 670K, this one has 30K, right? Like it's hard to get consistent viewership on shorts, and it's hard to transition those people into people who view the long form content. I think being a troll is really funny. I think it's good, but I think usually to maintain like consistent viewership, there has to be some point to the edge. There has to be some like, I don't want to say message, but there just has to be something more than just like asking controversial questions. You know, there's got to be more than just that, so you can maintain that audience. You know, or else you're just going to be the one trick pony who asks controversial questions and trolls read. Right. So I think it's got to be more than that. But you know, I wish him well. I like his stuff. I think it's funny.